So very good morning to all of you. Today we discuss some topics about the row measure and the column measure, and then we discuss one question I received from the students. He sent it me on my WhatsApp message, and I received the question. We discuss that question, and then we will discuss the topic string. What are the strings functions and what are the string classes and something like that. Little bit about that. So we are going to start with the row measure and column measure. So student, we already discussed about what do you mean by a row measure and what do you mean by column measure. We already discussed this particular concept. So suppose there is a matrix like this. Suppose we have matrix Suppose we have matrix 4 cross 3. Okay, in which we have 4 row and 3 column. Now question is that suppose somebody asks you that what is the address of, for example, I draw it here. If somebody asks you what is the address of, suppose it is an array. If somebody asks you that what is the address of array of I and j, I will be any number from the row and j will be any number from the column. So how we can identify the address of this particular element? That is depend on how we can store the array. We store the array by using, we can say, row measure, and we store the array by using, we can say, column measure. Let's see. It is also very important concept. In some examinations or in some interview, it is generally asked. So please listen carefully. If you have any doubt, post your comment. I can see your comment. Okay. But I am not able to listen you because I don't having speaker to my end. So please comment your questions. Then I can able to ask your answer. Questions answer. Okay. So okay, make it correct. So index always start with 0. So it is 0, 1 and 2. So we have 4 row and 3 column. Now what we do, we just make the things like that: 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 0, 3, 1 and 3, 2. So we have totally around 4 into 3, 12 elements which are having the index 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 0, 3, 1 and 3, 2. Now in this any element, somebody asks what is the address of array of 2, 1. So how we can calculate this address, that we are going to discuss. So first of all we need to know how we store the value. Suppose we store the value like row measure. Row measure, it means we first of all store the row number 1. Let me store the value. So what is first element? 0, 0, then 0, 1, then 0, 2. It is row 1. Then we store next element 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Then we store next element 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, and then we store the next element 3 0, 3 1, 3 2. So let's have a look. It is the row 0, it is row 1, it is row 2, and it is row 3. So we have 3 row of 0, 1, 2 and 3. So we total have 4 row and index from 0, 1, 2 and 3. So it is store the value in the case of row measure. How we store? It is element 0, 0, then element 0, 1, then element 0, 2, then element 1, 0, then 1, 1, 1, 2, something like that. If we store the same array in the case of column measure, how? If we store the same information by using the column measure, let me store. So it is a row measure. Now column measure. So first of all we write the column 1. So what is the value of column 1? 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0 and 3, 0. It is column 1. Then we store the value column 2. What is the column 2? 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1 and 3, 1. It is column number 2. Column number 2, or we can say column number 0 and column number 1. And then we have value 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. Column number we can say 2. So how much element we store? Exactly 12 element we store in the case of column measure, and exactly we can say 12 element we store in the case of row measure. Now suppose there is term use base address. What do you mean? Base address. And there is term variable size. Base address means suppose you went to the cinema hall and you have seat number 33, and totally you are suppose 5 friends and number start with 33. So 33 is your base address, and then 34, 35 and 36 and so on. So where the address is started, it is known as a base address. So when address is started, it is known as a base address. And size of the variable, suppose in general we can say int takes 2 byte. In the case of Turbo C++, and in the case of Dev C++, it will take 4 bytes. Float will take 4 byte, and character will take 1 byte. So it is the size of the variable. Suppose this array this array 4, 3 is an integer array, and let me say that int size equals to 2 byte. What is the size? Int size is 2 byte. Okay, somebody asked some question. Okay, Bhagwat Lal asking, repeat the column address. See, first of all is store this column 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0 and 3, 0. Then we store this column 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. Then we store this column 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2 and 3, 2. That is known as a column measure. I already discussed the program in column measure and row measure. Okay. In the row measure, we store the value like row wise, and in the column measure, we store the value like column wise. Okay. We already discussed how we can program it. How we can code the program. We already discussed it. Okay. Now we are going to discuss how we can identify the address of particular element in the two-dimension array, whether it is stored in the column measure or whether it is stored in the row measure. So let integer takes 2 byte and the array size is 4 into 3. Then what is the total size of this array? Tell me the answer. What is the total size of this array? What will be the total size of this array? What will be the total size of this array? Tell me. Very good. So the total size will be 24. How we can compute it? We compute with the help of integer takes 2 byte. We have total 12 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 multiplied by 2, then we get 24 bytes. So total we have 24 bytes of this size of this array. Now next question is that suppose it is your memory, for example, I just write it over here. Suppose it is your memory, and memory generally having blocks like this. I am showing you logical way of memory, how we store logically. I just show you that logical way of storing. So it is a one block. One block contains suppose 1 byte. So one element takes 1 byte and 1 byte more 2 byte. Next element takes this byte. Next will take this byte and so on. Okay. So every integer takes 2 bytes. Suppose the address of this block start with 100. 100 is a base address, for example. It will be any hexadecimal value. When I will discuss you memory structure in an array, I also told you that the memory represented in the hexadecimal in the computer programming. I also show you with the help of example. So let base address is 100. So the address of the first element will be starting from 100. Then it takes 2 bytes. So what is the address of next element? Next element address will be 102. We just write 2 byte. Then what is the address of next element? Then the address of next element will be 104. And what is the address of next element? Again the next element address will be 106. So how? Let your number, SIT number is started with 33 and every person takes one SIT. Then if you wish to identify the address of person number 4, then you can say 33, then 34, 35 and 36, something like that. Then you get the address of person number 4 in the cinema hall. In the similar way, suppose you having the base address as 100 and every element of an array takes 2 byte, then we just add a 2 byte in the base array, then we get the next element. So that's why it is called as a sequential memory allocation. Sequential memory allocation means one after another, and it is also known as a linear. Why it is called linear? One by one. One then another, then another, then another, then it is known as a linear data type. So array is a linear data type. Array store the value in the sequence manner. Now suppose the element address of 00 is 100, then the element address of 01 will be 102. Then the address of 02 will be 104. Then the address of 10 is 106. And the address of next element 11 is 108. Then this one is 110. This address is 112 and so on. So let me say the base address is 100. Base address is 100. Then the element address, first address is 100. The next element address will be 102. And the next element address will be 104 and so on. Similarly, in the case of column, if the base address is 100, then the address of 0 0 will be 100, then the address of 1 0 will be, then the address of 1 0 will be 102, then address of 2 0 will be 104, then address of 3 0 will be 106, and so on. Let's have an example. Look that here address of element 20 will be 112, but here the address of 20 will be 104. So here address is 104 and here the same element address is 112, where the base address start with 100. Why? Because it is stored in the column measure and it is stored in the it is stored in the row measure and it is stored in the column measure. Now the question is that suppose I am asking that what is the address of element number 30 in the case of row measure and in the case of column measure. Then by seeing this array you can say, generally adding the 2 and 2 and 2. So 12, then 2, 14, then 16, then 18, then we can say 18 plus 2, we can say 20. That's it. Then we add 20, then we get the address of 31. 31. So 20 is the address of 120 is the address of element 31. And in this case, 106, 108, 110, 112, 114. So here the address is 114. Okay. So the question is that in general how we can compute the address. So how we can compute the address? Let's move to the next slide and we come back to this previous slide. Let's have a look. So, okay, I have the same thing over here. So I do one thing. Okay. Okay, I just explain the concept and then I remove it and show you the slide. So don't worry. So in the case of, I just wish to remove this one. Suppose we wish to find out the address of array element array 3 1. So in the case of row measure, how we can identify? Let's have a look. In the case of row measure, we did it something like that. Suppose I let it I and let it j. Okay. So in the case of row measure, there is a I. So I into suppose this matrix is 4 into 3. I say m into n. Into n. What is n? Number of column. Plus j multiply with variable size plus base address. Let's look how it is computed. See, what is I? I is a row. What is j? J is a column. What is n? Number of columns. Size, what is size of array, and base. So here what is I? I is 3. I is a 3 into number of column. How many columns we have? 3 columns. Into 3 plus j. What is the value of j? 1. So 3 into 3, 9 plus 1, 10 into size of variable. What is size of variable? 2 equals to 20 plus base address. What is the base address? Base address is 100. So what we'll get? We get 120. So we already computed 120. So what is the formula? It is a simple formula. We simply multiply the row value with the total number of columns. So we multiply I with number of n, it is a column, plus j is a column. Then we whole multiply this value with the we can say size of the address of the size of the variable, and then we add the base address. So here 3 is a row, 1 is a column. So we multiply 3 with total number of columns. So what is the total number of column? Total number of column, we have 3 columns. So 3 into 3 is we can say 9. Okay, so base address is nothing but a starting address. Suppose you start your race with 90 kilometer. Suppose for example, I started my race with 90 kilometer and I cover the 1 kilometer. Then what is my next address? My next address will be 91. Suppose I covered 15 kilometers. Then what is my next address? My next address is 140. So where we started? So when we store the variable into the memory, it is not stored always in the 0 0 initial state. It is stored in the particular value. It may be stored with the 100 at the address of 100, or it may be stored at the address at 120 and something like that. So where the first element is stored, that address is known as a base address. That's it. Okay. So again, I repeat it. So I into n, what is I? I, we can say I is nothing but I is a row in this example. Then n is the number of columns. So we wish to move 3 into 1. What is the element 3 into 1? This one. So how much element we have to travel? We need to travel this 3 element, then this 3 element, then this 3 element, because we store in the form of row measure. So if we have travel 3 row and each row contains the 3 elements, then 3 into 3, how much elements we already traveled? 9 elements we traveled. 3 plus 3, 9 elements we already traveled. Then one column is we also traveled. How much column? I column. I column we already traveled, so we move to the column number 1. So 9 plus 1 equals to 10, plus into multiply with the size of variable. What is the size of variable? We takes already integer size 2 byte. So 10 into 2 equals to 20, plus base address. What is base address? We take it 100. So base address given in the question. If questions come in the examination, then it gives what is the base address, what is the size of variable. So 100, so 20 plus 100 is a 120. Tell me, understood? Are you understood this concept or not? Tell me. I'm also having the slides, all the things into the slide also. Just tell me, are you understood this question concept or not? Any doubt, any question in this concept? Are you understood? Tell me. If you have any question, any doubt, then please ask me. I can repeat it again. Okay. So anybody can tell me then how we can compute the same variable in the column measure. Suppose we wish to identify the value, the address of this element in the column measure. So what will be the formula? In the case of column measure, what will be the formula? Tell me. In the case of column measure, what will be the formula? Tell me. Anybody? What will be the formula in the case of column measure? Okay. See, in the case of column measure, we wish to move to this element, then how much column we travel? We travel the number of row columns. So suppose it is a 0 row, it is a 0 column, then 1 column. Suppose we wish to identify the address of variable number 32 or index number 32, 3 comma 2. Then how we reach here? We first travel this much element, then this much element, then this 3 element, then this element. So how much this? It is a number of row. 4 row, then 4 row, 4 and 4, 8, then plus 3, 8 plus 3 is equals to 11, then this element will come. So similar way, how we can do this? We simply multiply j. What is a j? J is a number of column into number of row. What is the row? N. Here we take n, here we take m, plus I. What is I? I is a particular row into the size plus base. Let me check it. Suppose Suppose what is a j? J equals to 1. So we put 1 into what is number of rows? Number of rows are 4 plus what is I? I equals to 3. So 1 plus 1 into 4, 4 plus 3, 7. 7 into 2, 14. 14 plus base address 114. 10114. So we already calculated 114. So in the case of column measure, we multiply the column value with the row, and in the case of row measure, we multiply the row value with the column. So it is the question, answer. How we can compute the row measure address by using this formula, and how we can compute the column address by using this formula. Okay, so I hope you understand this concept. Okay, somebody also reply Vedai J into N plus I, Rahul Kumar J into M. Bilkul Rahul, your answer is correct. Whether your answer is not correct, your answer is wrong. Rahul, your answer is correct. J into M plus I plus base size and all. Okay, I hope you understand this concept. I just remove it and move to the slide. So let's see. So mapping the array refers to the index of the memory reference. What is the address of the elements of 2, 1 in array 3 into 4? So here we have M into N. M value is 3, N value is 4. Then how much, what is the address of element in array? So what we are going to discuss, mapping the array reference index. So it is the example of we can say row measure. It is the row measure. So what is the formula in the row measure? In the row measure, suppose it is the I value into number of columns is a N plus J into size of a variable. Here we take size of variable in plus base address. So I into N plus J into size of variable plus base. So it is our formula. Index start with 0. If index start with 0, it is very important. If the index is start with 0, then this formula will use. But if the index is start with 1, then what we need to do, we less one value from the I and we less one value from the J. So we need to do I minus 1 and J minus 1. That's it. You remember only one formula, index starting with 0. If somebody asks what will be the formula when the index starts with 1, then you simply subtract 1 with the I and J. That's it. And not need to change anything else. So it is a formula for index starting with 0 and it is a formula for index starting with 1. So similarly, in the same way, similarly in the column measure, there is a formula. We multiply J with the number of row M and into size plus base address. When the index starts with 1, the value will be like this. So it is, we can say, the formula for row measure and column measure. So it is a formula for row measure and it is a formula for the column measure simply. So I hope you understand this concept. Any doubt, any question in this concept? Anybody having any doubt, any question, then please comment in the comment section. I can reply your question, answer. Any query, any doubt? It is important topic. Because in interview, in classes, or in, we can say, tests, so many places it already asked. So it is very important concept. I hope you understand this concept. Any question, any doubt from anyone? Tell me. Any question, any doubt? Anybody? Please comment in the comment section, yes or no.